Can you tell the story about Daylyt saying he was going to go on a police chase after the battle? Okay, yeah. So you're preparing for a battle rapper that you think is the greatest battle rapper ever, right? Or the best one out at that time. So I'm booked versus him. I have the nervousness of welcoming Daylyt to URL. Okay, I have that pressure. It's his debut. What people also forget about me and Daylyt is that we had the greatest promo run ever before a battle. Like, me and Daylyt's promo was insane. We were making 2 skits a day. We had some of the craziest skits. We were battling each other. We were writing for each other while writing for each other. Now, on top of that, imagine this man, while you're preparing for him, calling you and asking you to do dumb things and all this shit, right? A week before we were supposed to battle, he hits me up and he's like, yo, man, I got a crazy idea for this battle. And I'm like, what, dude? Like, what do you got? Because when you talk to Daylyt, man, you don't know if he's serious or not. So like, he could tell me things like, he told me that NASA booked him and Lux and they were going to battle in space. No sarcastic tone. He didn't laugh. He didn't fucking say, I'm playing with you. That is Daylyt. Daylyt will call you and be like, and will say the most outlandish shit. And you don't combat it. You don't combat it. You don't say, are you joking, Daylyt? You just take it that it's Daylyt. And then you hang up the phone and you never find out what's true. That is Daylyt in a nutshell when he calls you, right? Week before I'm about to battle this guy, right? I'm nervous as hell. All this shit. He hits me up. He's like, yo, man, I got a great idea. I'm like, all right, bet. He's like, all right, yo. You know how when I battle Real Deal and people started booing and I was like, yo, if y'all boo one more time, I'm going to boo. And I was like, yes, man. And he's like, yeah. He's like, all right, bro. I got an idea for this. I'm going to do it in the 3rd round with the crowd. I'm going to say a bar that's I'm going to say a bar that's purposely not good. And I'm going to wait and the crowd's going to be silent, right? When they're silent, I'm going to be like, oh man, y'all don't think that was hot? And when I ask them that, I'm going to be like, I'll show you what's hot. So when I do that, I'm going to pull out a flamethrower. He goes, bro. He goes, yo, wear petroleum on your shirt. He's like, yo, wear like a shirt where you can't see that it's covered in petroleum jelly. He's like, cover your shirt. He's like, cover your shirt, right? What I'm going to do, he's like, yo, I'm going to set the crowd on fire. He's like, I'm literally going to set the crowd on fire. And then I'm going to look at you and I'm going to set you on fire. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, that's crazy, man. I'm like laughing, but I'm like, damn, yo, that's crazy. That's a great idea, Daylyt. Cause that's all you do. You just encourage it. That's all you do when it comes to Daylyt. You just encourage him. You don't say that's stupid or like, you just go, yeah, man, great idea. Right. So he goes, yeah, but this is the best thing. he goes, obviously people are going to call the police. I'm going to be setting motherfuckers on fire. The building's going to go down. Right. We in New York, right? We're in the city. Right. He's like, so I'm going to get inside of a car and I'm going to go on a car chase with the police. But the car that I'm driving in, I'm actually going to build like with plastic and cardboard and lights. I'm going to build a saucer on top of the car and it's going to be in the shape of a UFO, right? He's like, so when I'm getting chased by the police, right? When I'm getting chased by the police, there's going to be a helicopter, right? This is his fucking mind. He goes, there's going to be a helicopter obviously showing the police chase. And it's going to look like the police are chasing a spaceship. Because I'm going to put a UFO on top of my car. And when the helicopter is hovering above me and you see the aerial footage, it's going to look like a saucer. It's like, it's going to look like a saucer. It's going to look like a saucer is floating through New York, right? And and it's not over, right? He goes, yo, they're gonna kill me. You could ask Daylyt if I'm fabricating any of this story, bro. There's more. He goes, this is what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna die, right? Like they're gonna kill me. I'm gonna die in a shootout or something, right? Bro, I will be the most famous person ever. He was like, I will go down as the most famous human being ever. They're going to talk about that police chase in books, bro. Imagine me sitting here preparing for that person. Okay? Preparing for that person. So if anybody ever has a question that starts with who's the hardest person you've ever had to battle, that will never change. It will never change. It will always be Daylyt. Week before the battle, my opponent is saying this to me. You know what I'm saying? And you ask yourself if you ever wonder what your opponent's going to talk about. Do you feel like Daylyt is still your toughest battle? Yeah, and I mean, yeah, because the biggest, I think I'll 50-50 it, I guess, because I would imagine performing is probably the most important part, but obviously preparing is one of the toughest aspects of battle rap. Daylyt was the only person that I was wondering what he was preparing for. Like, I've faced people where I'm like when I face people, I usually don't care about what they might be doing each round. With Daylyt, he's so unpredictable. You don't even know if he's gonna, rap 3 rounds or show up as a fucking giraffe. You know what I mean? If there was a battle rap Hall of Fame, dude, I'll never forget this, and you'll probably laugh if you remember Daylight's outfit. I'll never forget this, bro. I thought in my head, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get a prepared Daylyt. I'm gonna be his debut in URL. He does not want to lose in URL. He knows how much I'm gonna try to, take his head off. I'm going to get a complete Daylyt, right? So if you remember his outfit at all, bro, I walked into the venue. I was walking up to the venue, and somebody went up to me and was like, dude, man, Daylight's playing around. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yo, man, he's dressed as a marching band instructor. And I was like, what? I was like, he's dressed as a marching band instructor? And he was like, yeah, man, I think so. Come to find out, it was just like a completely normal outfit. It's just Daylyt, and Daylight's just fucking crazy. But before I walked into the venue, they were like, yo, man, Daylight's going to be trolling, man. He's dressed as a marching band instructor. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, my God. Is the Tink the Demon Haymaker versus you one of the most underrated haymakers of all time? Which one? The J400? Dude, let me tell you something. Me and Tink the Demon is one of the greatest battles ever. Me versus Tink the Demon is one of the greatest battles to ever go down. Top 50, easy, bro. Easy. Me and Tink is such an incredible battle. Such a like a representation of the times we were in. You know what I mean? Like before the 4K, the 1080p, the graininess, the Black Bear bar, still in New York, everything in New York, all the battles in New York. Me and Tink is one of the best battles ever, dude.